Okay, gang, Carlton Flowers here with the CarltonZone.com blog and website. The Gadget Guru, the guy who loves to play around with the different gadgets. And today we've got something really exciting. It's the final report on the Samsung Gear Fit. There it is right there. And as you can see, it just comes right on. It has a motion sensor, pops right on. So I'm going to talk about what I like the most about the Gear Fit. I've been testing this thing out for about a little bit over 1 week. So right here we've got my Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and this is my smartphone of choice. And we are in the Gear Fit Manager app that you download from the Samsung store. So we're going to run through and just show off some of the things that this Gear Fit will do. And first of all, let's just kind of jump into the home screen styler and show you what is happening there. What we're looking at here is we can change the background of what is on the screen of the Gear Fit. So it's blue right now, but if we choose a different background, what we're going to see is that it will automatically update depending on what I select on the app, and so I can tell it what to do and then it will change. So that's kind of cool. I picked the colors that I like the most and it'll update on the watch, and that's really kind of cool. Okay, so let's move on to some other stuff that this thing will do. Let's go to the actual clock. If we hit the second selection there, we're going to see all the different clock faces. Right now you can see this is the clock face that I've chosen. It's kind of a stylish analog looking clock, but let's look at all the different choices that we have here. You can select something that will give you an actual digital readout, and then it also has the icon for the fitness, what's going on with your fitness. And as you can see here, it's telling me that there's 1,855 steps from my last session that was reported through the fitness portion. So here we've got a weather clock if you want to have your current weather report, and then it tells you that you can tap in here to communicate, look at that, right with the mobile device. Okay, now let's pop into this one. That's kind of another little stylish. As you can see, I'm putting this thing on backwards because there's something that I noticed. When you wear it this way, it's hard to look at the, turn yourself this way because it's wide. But that doesn't bother me at all because I just turn it around and look at it backwards. And when I can lay my arm this way, I can look straight down and see it with that wide screen. I really like the style of that and it not being square like the regular Samsung watch. And so I've gotten a lot of comments on this. People are like, whoa, what is that? That's really cool looking on your wrist. It's really stylish. Is that a smartwatch? I'm like, well, it's sort of a smartwatch. It communicates with the phone. It has to be tethered with the phone. It will work on its own, but as far as like all of the different smart functions that it can perform, you got to have a phone nearby because it communicates via Bluetooth. So this is one of my favorite ones right here. Let's look at that one, see how it looks on the screen. There it is, nice big numbers, and it's in military time, so that's kind of cool. So here's all your different clocks. Let's just get a closer look at the screen here, and I'll scroll through and show you what you've got. Whoops, I just downloaded another clock. And there it goes, updating on the phone, just like that. All right, so once that's downloaded, let's scroll through and look at what else that we've got. Just kind of some weird stuff. That's a neat one right there. It's got a little bit of a blue background that looks like outer space, looks like the stars. So that's kind of neat. I like that. And each one, you can change the color to match the outfit that you have on or whatever. So let's pop on over to layout. This is the layout, and you can change what things are coming up and what rate. I can drag and just kind of flip things around the way I want. See that? If I know I use this stopwatch the most, I'll put it first. And I like that stopwatch because I've used that when I'm out running. All right, so let's get out of there and talk about some of the different things that it does, and then I'll tell you my favorite things about the Gear Fit. All right, here we go. So let's run on over to fitness. And what we're looking at here on the screen, it's recording different things that you can select. You see I've got the pedometer there. There's 1,843 steps. Has a goal. You can set a goal for how many steps you want to have. It has different exercise sessions. I had a 3.6 mile run in there, and it kind of gets the GPS information from the phone, so you can like stick your phone in your pocket or put it on an armband, and then you can look at your wrist to see how you're doing on your run. Another neat thing is the heart rate. Let's take a look at that heart rate actually on the watch. So here we go. Let's just swipe to open up, and then we'll tap right there on the touch screen for heart rate. So let's fire that off and look and see what that does. Right now I'm pretty excited, so my heart rate's kind of high, but I've noticed that with the phone, I'm usually averaging about 55 beats per minute when I'm calm and being normal, which is not a lot. It's at 81 right now. I've had it up to 90 when I exercise, but I do a lot of fitness. I stay in shape, a lot of cardiovascular exercise, so it's kind of nice to confirm that I'm staying in shape. Okay, another neat thing that you can do is the sleep deal. And when we go into sleep, we can look at the data, and I thought it would just tell you how long you were asleep. But what the neat thing is, it says total sleep 5 hours 34 minutes. Motionless sleep was 4 hours and 35 minutes, or 82% of the time that I was in the bed. So 82%, it was good solid sleep, and for 18% of that time, I was tossing and turning. So I must have been having a nightmare or something like that. So you can track how much sleep you're getting every day. You can just turn it on, activate it when you go to bed, and then look at your data over time to see how you're doing. All right, so let's get out of there and let's look at notifications. Notifications is really cool. What this does, it communicates with your phone, and so it's going to save you the time of having to constantly grab your phone and look and see what's going on. I can turn on the schedule, I can turn on the alarm. Incoming calls, you can reject or accept calls, and it will tell the phone to turn on, and then you can pick up the phone. You don't have to do that from the phone. One thing I like is when you get a text message, it gives you some quick responses. Now, you can't type and text on this thing, but what it will do is allow you to jump here to a notification. Let's say we've got some text messages. So here we go. Here's a message, and that's from Lisa. And so what I can do is hit this and say, decide to do a quick reply. I can scroll through and read the whole message. And now watch, I'm going to hit this quick reply. And I can also say, show it on the device. So here we've got a choice from, how's it going? What's up? I'll talk to you soon. I'll call you later. Yes, okay, and no. So that's kind of neat. Without picking up the phone, you can hit those quick notifications there, or quick messages. Now, email. I like this too. This will tell you what your latest email is. Here's a message coming from Pinterest about somebody pinning something. And so I can scroll through by hitting this way and read all my messages right there on the watch. And I found that I do use that. I can even trash stuff. If I want to delete something right from the phone, it'll talk to the watch and it'll delete that for me. All right, so after using this for the past 10 days, I'll tell you what I like the most about it. What I like about this watch is, I'm going to play with this and change the screen again, change the clock. Let's change this color. I'll tell you what my favorite color, I like that funky one right there. That's kind of cool because it's far out. It's far out, man. Look at that. It's cool. And let's go back to my favorite watch, face. Let's see. And there it is right there with that military time. Here it comes. Wait for it. Wait for it. Bam. There it is. Military time, people. It's looking good. All right. So what do I like most about this? What made this device make my list of things that I've just got to spend some money on? It's the notifications. Whenever I get a text message, my wrist will vibrate. Now, it's one thing that your phone vibrates. When I'm at work, I turn off the phone. Well, not totally, but I put it on silence. I don't even like to have it on vibrate because it's when it's sitting on the desk, it'll make loud vibrations and I get lots of notifications, and that can get annoying. But I also don't like to miss messages, and so I can put the phone on silent and then leave this watch on, and when I get a text message, guess what? The haptic feedback will vibrate the phone. Well, it's not haptic feedback, actually, it just vibrates. It will vibrate on my wrist and I'll know, hey, I gotta run over here and see what message that I've gotten, and I can decide if it's important enough that I want to let it disturb me or not. That's really cool for my text messages and my emails, as I communicate with a lot of people. And sometimes it could be customers, sometimes it could be work related, or my wife or my kids, and I can instantly look at the gear fit and see what's happening, and if I need to go pick up that phone and take care of that. So that's kind of cool. Now, the next thing that I like a lot about this watch is on the exercise section. It has a choice of you can choose running, walking, cycling, hiking, and also show your exercise history. So here's all your dates of everything that you did. And the thing that I like most is using the running, where it'll communicate with the phone and GPS track where I'm going. Now here's the other favorite thing I like about it. Stopwatch. Now when I'm running sprints, I like to do 100 meter and 200 meter sprints on the track, 400 meter sprints in my running workout, and this was handy. I tried out the stopwatch and I was able to start and stop with relative ease, unlike running with my smartphone and using the watch or the stopwatch there. This is a lot easier. I could just run and then grab my wrist, hit the stop, and I was able to accurately time all of my 200 meter sprints. I really enjoyed that. Okay, so overall, the best things that I like about the watch, again, it's the stylishness, it's how it communicates with the phone, and the notifications and the things that I can do with my exercise, because I love to exercise. I'm a fitness instructor, I'm a runner, and this is perfect for me. I don't wear watches, but this is the one watch I can tell you I enjoy wearing. I would pay the $200 for this, and it is on my to-do list. Last but not least, here's the power cord. There it is right there. And this is where it docks. What you do, you snap it in right underneath the phone. I'll pop it off and show you how that works. So, the battery is charged by docking the phone right here. You just snap it in, there it goes, plug it up, you're good to go. Let's take a look from the underneath side. It fits in there rather easily. And I like the fact you've got plenty of holes to adjust this. I like to wear mine loose so I can flip it around. It's got a nice metal Samsung logo there with the studs to snap it in. And that's pretty cool. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's talk about battery life. You would expect that on a device that is this small that you would have good battery life. Well, I'm here to tell you, it does have good battery life. I've run this for about 3 days. 2 to 3 days before needing a charge, and I've only run it down to say 10%, I think was the lowest that I ran it, after keeping it on for nearly 3 days. So I was charging it after 1 day. 1 to 2 days is when I typically charge it, because I don't like running stuff way down to the bottom. So the battery life is great, and I really don't have many complaints about this. And again, it's not a smartwatch. It's not a smartphone in and of itself. It has to communicate via Bluetooth. And whenever you turn in your Bluetooth, it will alarm. It'll set a little ding and it'll let you know that it's connected. Or let's say if I'm upstairs with the phone and I leave the watch downstairs, when I come into proximity, which is about, oh man, I'd say almost 100 feet, it will connect with that phone. I'm very surprised at what the range is for the Bluetooth. So this is the box that it came with, and inside the box you had your little health and safety warranty guide, which kind of, I don't read those things. And then here's the instructions, and that is about all. So I think this would make a great Father's Day present, Christmas present, birthday present, what have you. But Father's Day is coming up, and I would like to say to my wife and children, make Daddy happy and put this in my Father's Day stocking. Yes, that would be fantastic. If you want to make me happy, this would be a great present. So consider that. Big thanks to AT&T St. Louis for sending this device and letting me test it out. I had a good time with it. And hopefully we'll see this on Father's Day on my wrist if I'm lucky. That's all I got. Carlton Flowers, and I'm out.